Why hello there, Killdozers, and welcome back to another meme review video. Yeah, I have not done one of these for a while, but I figured, that maybe I should do one since, it is spooky month. Thought maybe we could look at some spooky memes. Also, I had a lot of plans for October and they all just kind of got derailed, but hopefully the spooky memes will be good. I will be looking at a couple different subreddits of spooky memes. So let's get into this, starting with r/spooky memes. When you get sent to hell, these are the cookies in the waiting room while they process your paperwork. I don't know, those actually don't look that bad. It's just cookies with candy corn in them. Candy corn aren't great, but they're not poisonous. And maybe they'd be good in cookies. I now want to try these cookies. That is an unfortunate side effect of looking at this meme. When y'all been making out and she tells you to go lock the door. Coming up, Goblin Time. I think we all identify with that. Sometimes it is Goblin Time. Me. Skeleton memes that I've stored for Spooktober. Well, I certainly hope that someone is storing the skeleton memes because I'm trying to do a video on spooky memes. So far, not all that spooky. Hey, Walmart, I have a very important question to ask. Faux skull? Skull. Wow, I guess they're the same price. Fun fact, real skeletons used to be comparable in price or cheaper than faux skeletons, and that's why they had them in Pirates of the Caribbean and in Poltergeist and just, lots of places where you would see a skeleton and you think, oh, that's probably a fake skeleton. Prior to the 1990s, it was probably a real skeleton. I'm sure these aren't real skeletons because I've priced real skulls and they are not $3.94. They are very expensive. Horrifying ghost caught on tape. That one's just funny. I just appreciate it and it's humorous. Me doing a staring contest with a doll. I win. I win? Just because the doll blinks once doesn't mean that there's anything suspicious going on. If it blinks a few times or writes out little notes on parchment and there's no parchment anywhere in the house, then you can start being a little worried. But if it blinks once or twice, turns its head to look, these are just normal things that all dolls do, and just don't make a big deal out of it. When spooky month and Halloween ends. Halloween ends. That's the movie that people are excited about right now. I'm not really. But you remembered that there's still Day of the Dead. Buenos dios, boy. This is a reference to the skeleton war between the skeletons and the boys. It's a Tumblr thing. I'm not going to explain it because it's a Tumblr thing, and explaining any Tumblr thing takes half an hour, but just be assured that it is a thing that makes sense within context. As much as any Tumblr thing makes sense with Tumblr context. Also, follow me on Tumblr. There's a link in the description to my Tumblr. You can follow me there on Tumblr, like it's 2013, all over again. When it's Halloween, but you can only sit at home because quarantine. Sad skeleton. I mean, technically, skeletons don't have to stay home. They don't have to quarantine. They don't have to social distance because they don't have, blood or lungs or, any of the gross fluids that humans have. They're just pure bone and spookiness. So you can hang out with skeletons all you want. I mean, I think they're relaxing all of the restrictions so you can hang out with anyone you want. You can safely hang out with skeletons. Skeletons are the best people to hang out with right now. And just kind of always you see, they are just misunderstood. They only want to socialize, and for years it has been the popular opinion that we should not socialize with the skeletons, but that's just anti-skeleton propaganda. We need to extend a fleshy hand to the bony hand and, bridge the gap between the flesh bags and the skeletons, so that we can all live together in harmony. The hell am I talking about? Reject human. Return to spooky. Obviously I'm in favor of return to spooky. I've been advocating it throughout this whole video. We need to get back to our spooky roots. We all come from skeletons. All of our ancestors are skeletons, unless, they were cremated or their bones were, eaten or something. There's a pretty high probability that all of our ancestors at some point have been skeletons. So, we've all got a little skeleton inside us. And, and a literal skeleton inside us. Incidentally, if you haven't read the story Skeleton by Ray Bradbury, it is about having a skeleton inside you, and it's one of my favorite Ray Bradbury stories, and I just, like to take any opportunity I have to recommend it. Skeletons who want to be friends with me! Me, surprised but excited to be friends with skeletons! See, this is what I've been saying. We should be friends with the skeletons. This meme gets it. This meme understands the need for human-skeleton solidarity. It's amazing the things that I will just accidentally go on a rant about and then it will actually come up in the video later. Beautiful drawing. Thank you. Man, they have bad taste. As an artist, I 100% sympathize with this. Sometimes people are like, ooh, that's so nice, and it's garbage, and you're like, God, what is wrong with you? But you don't say that because the most important thing to learn as an artist is that when someone says they like your work, don't try to correct them. You can know they're wrong, but, let them believe that it's good. When you're running low on Spooktober memes. Yeah, I'm running low on Spooktober memes. I'm thinking I might be done with spooky memes, and it might be time to head over to Spook IRL. Apparently it is Dank Meme's official spooky sister subreddit, so I don't know, hopefully the memes here will be of a dank variety. My parents are asleep. Quick, reblog this post with skeletons saying bad words. Tax evasion. That's how skeletons talk. I've been doing that voice throughout this video. That's just how skeletons talk. No one's sure why. It's one of those science facts that we haven't yet discovered the reason for. When your parents ask where all of your skin and muscles and organs went. It just happens sometimes. The skin falls off, you're a skeleton, it happens. And then, how are you gonna explain that? It's one of those wacky situations that, you see it in a TV show and you're like, oh, that doesn't really happen. And then it happens and you're like, oh, wow, that's a wacky situation that actually happened. He was so terrified when we brought him home 2 days ago. Now he's a member of the family. Heart. Aww. See, it's like I've been saying throughout this whole video, we fleshlings and the skeletons, need to, learn to get along. As I said, they're just misunderstood. They only want to socialize, and we, I think we should. With the spooky, scary skeletons, etc. It's the overall theme of this video. The theme of this video is pro-skeleton propaganda. The virgin trendy meme. Not even that funny. Will probably die in a week. Based on a mediocre emoji. Has little to no meme potential to improve. Once it leaves, it won't return, disappointing the people that enjoyed it. Versus Chad Skeleton Meme. Remind you to drink your milk. Comes back every year. Catchy theme song. Huge part of meme culture. Go ahead and call him a dead meme. He wants you to do that. Yeah, as I said, the skeletons, they own October, but they get every October. They come back every year. As mentioned, there is that continuing skeleton war going over on Tumblr, which, once again, I could explain, but I am not going to because it is a very complicated Tumblr thing, and if you wanted to have explanations of Tumblr things, you'd be watching someone else. You'd be watching Strange Aeons. You'd be watching her explain Tumblr things. Has she done a video on that? No time to explain. Get on the spooky horse. You know what? This looks like a very trustworthy fellow. I think I would get on the spooky horse. I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. The trees say, time to get spooky. This is a very complicated meme. It's got layers to it, because it's a reference to a thing with like a poorly drawn version of the thing from the book or movie, and then the skeletal version is a reference not to the original book or movie, but to the meme of the Lorax. So it's a multi-layered meme with lots of depth to it. Skeleton memes are very, very advanced. Skeleton parts identified. Bones. Well, I mean, that's all I need to know about skeletons. I am now a skeleton expert. And so are you. I believe the technical name for that is an osteologist. If you feel uncomfortable in the night, please understand it is just your skeleton's inherent need for freedom. Soon. Yeah, that's how it goes, because the skeleton is inside you, it wants to go out and be spooky. See, that's why you need to provide spooky enrichment for your skeleton while it's inside you, so that it doesn't, feel the need to escape and become restless. You need to, give the skeleton what it needs, calcium and, the various spooky things. Lots of candy corn and moonlit strolls through the graveyard and, xylophone music. You gotta give your skeleton some occasional xylophone music. It is very important for skeleton enrichment, and then you're going to have a skeleton inside you that's happy to be there, and it's going to serve you for a good many years. Everyone on November 1st, spooky music stops. Not everyone. I'm listening to spooky music all year round because you can. That's a thing. You're just allowed to. You are allowed to listen to and watch whatever you want, all of the time. I mean, unless it's illegal. But if it's not, then yeah, you can watch Halloween movies in December. You can listen to Halloween music in January. You can just do whatever you want, and no one can stop you because you are a skeleton being piloted by a weird fatty thing full of electricity that thinks it's a meaningful construct wrapped in meat and skin, and that just makes the idea of not enjoying Halloween all year round just seems silly. Mood for the whole of October. Meow. See, that cat doesn't look thrilled. That's the impression I'm getting, is the cat looks like it is being subjected to October. Like it is being wrapped in October and put in a hat, and it's like, and it's waiting until it can get out, and it doesn't want to be involved in this October anymore. So I do not identify with this cat. This cat does not seem to like Halloween very much at all. If that hot goth/witch chick suddenly gives you a chance this month, don't fall for it. It's sacrifice season. Trust me. Okay, so first of all, trust me implies that you have some experience here, but if you had been sacrificed during sacrifice season, you wouldn't really be able to issue this warning unless you were a ghost or a skeleton, in which case, I feel like a ghost or a skeleton wouldn't really want to warn us. They'd want to, increase their numbers. So that seems kind of sketchy right there. And on the other hand, I don't know, what's so bad about being sacrificed? I've been ready for October since last October. See, here's the problem with this particular meme, is we have a picture of the Addamses, and the Addamses are not always ready for October. They are in a continual state of spookiness. Every single day is the spookiest day when you are with the Addamses, because they are creepy and kooky, mysterious and spooky, altogether ooky. They're just great, and a wholesome family who support each other. And it is a little weird that one of the most supportive and overall positive families that have ever been on television is the Addams Family. The world is a cruel and unjust place. There is no harmony in the universe. The only constant is suffering. Minutes later, oh my god, Halloween decorations! Yeah, Halloween decorations can perk you up. The only constant is still suffering, but, the skeletons and the pumpkins can make you be like, ooh, for a little bit, while you are suffering. No skin, no soul, no service. We reserve the right to refuse service to skeletons. Rattled! Okay, see, this is what I was talking about throughout the whole video. We can't have this kind of anti-skeleton mentality, you know, going into Spooky Month. We need to have a pro-skeleton mentality. We need to enjoy all of the things that are unique about skeletons and their special culture and, you know, activities, and just, you know, enjoy each other and the skeletons. We can enjoy the skeletons that are inside each of us, like people. That seems like I'm getting a little too metaphorical, though, with the accepting skeletons thing. I just want to be clear. I am talking about skeletons that are outside of bodies, not, you know, not the skeleton within all of us. That's okay too, but just to be clear, that I'm talking about the spooky kind. And I think that's enough for now. We looked at a wide variety of memes, r/spookymemes, r/spookirl, and just r/Halloween. There weren't a lot of great memes. Presumably, I'm going to edit this so that only the good memes are in the video, but I had to look through a lot that were not very good for some reason that I don't understand. Seems like there's just lots of meme potential in Halloween that's not really being utilized properly. And thank you for watching, with extra special thanks to my Fightin' Flail Snails, Samuel Gorski, Randy Mulholland, and Toshiro Okuro. If you'd like to be a ghoul like them, you can check out my Patreon, where you can get early access to videos and fun stuff that I make for the Patreon. And if you don't want to do any of that, that's cool too. You can still hit all the lovely buttons, like, subscribe, these other videos that either myself or the cold, heartless YouTube algorithm have lovingly selected for you, which I'm sure are lovely videos that you will also enjoy. And I will see you next time.